Clemson Memorial Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Clemson Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Makes it past the marker. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you.
Got a little grass. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To throw, Manning. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Complete to the left. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
From the red zone, it's Brown. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's Arch to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Third down from the gun, Manning makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. Lets it fly. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And this defense starting to become a common thread, man. First drive, they forced the INT after having 4 picks last week. They are finding the football. Nice way to start this football game.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Looking for a crease. It's Davidson. He breaks a tackle. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Turning it on! He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Well, that's a nice job on 3rd down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your 1st 3rd down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe that everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense. You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the 5-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position. Now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Working the big fella to the corner. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard inside. It's Johnson. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He might want another play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was...
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. He's inside the 40. The 20. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Running inside. It's Davidson. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Wide open spaces. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
Trying to run, it's Davidson. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Manning throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's loose. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Explosive plays are great, but you got to finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Arch Madness. Rushes on him. Finds his big tight end. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw again. And they will score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Working that left side now. That midfield, he's got room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Maybe a crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Offense in a bunch formation. Arch is going to throw for it. With the catch, it's Townsend. Could not make his way to the corner. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Throwing Manning. Makes the grab on the left. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
A give to Brown. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Manning to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Texas.
This really has been a tale of two quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Might be calling a hot route. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, Manning. Finds his tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 1st down from the 40. Back to throw, it's Manning. Moving out to the right. He'll get rid of it. Got his man on the right. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Touchdown, Texas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wideout. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He unleashes a long one. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Looking downfield on first down. Hit as he throws. Working the middle. There he goes. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 9 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Commodores with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. This will push them to 2-0 on the season.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big Ten.
Clemson is quick to the line. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Might have a chance. Flies to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a second and long.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Second down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Run inside. It's Brown. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Arts to throw. Gets it out fast. Could be an alley. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And the defense kind of lets them down, right? Like, now how are you going to respond? By giving up the lead, and now you come out a 2-play drive. You're aggressive. make the big play down the field, get the momentum right back in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air on first down. There's the pressure. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Holds and fires it complete to the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
Running inside. It's Davidson.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They're dealing with a second and long. He's got it again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Jump spot in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's going to run it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Manning fires quickly. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Wants to throw. It's Manning. Makes the catch. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Arch Madness. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give every...
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now. And
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Arch is going to throw for it. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Manning. Makes the grab. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll run it. It's Brown. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing Manning. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's just a bad mistake. You can't do that in this situation of the game. You're not going to be able to come back and win this late if you're taking big losses like that. So at this point, if no one's open, he's just got to throw that thing away and live to play another day. But instead he tries to use his athleticism to make people miss, and he's going to keep the play alive. He ends up taking a massive loss. Their percentage chance of winning this game just went way down.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And after that incompletion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field and because they have a narrow lead, you'd expect this team to just go ahead, kick the field goal, and take the points. And this kicker has ice water in his veins. Fourth quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. Pulls it, fired, complete.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you get into the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the move, it's Davidson. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Right back to the well. There's some room.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the ball. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. The lone back's got it. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll give it to Johnson. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.